LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, folks, just got through grinding. I wanted to talk to y'all, man. And man, I was just talking to one of my boys, man, and we were just talking about Mike Tyson, man. And it brought back some memories, man. When Mike Tyson really first came on the scene, man. My parents, man, especially my dad, he was a huge fan of Mike Tyson, man. And every single time Mike Tyson fought, man, we had him, we had him on TV, man. Every time, man. I mean, Mike Tyson, if he was on, man, nobody moved. We watched, man, because if you blink, man, he was knocking dudes out. Like, we were just talking about, man, how guys like Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, guys like Riddick Bowe, how they fought, man. They fought and they fought and they fought. And they were heavyweights, man. See, the heavyweight division, they get a lot of props, man. These guys, they didn't complain about, guys that outweighed them by 30 and 40 pounds, man. And to me, I always thought Mike Tyson was a small heavyweight. I always thought he was. Because, Mike came in, he was a short dude anyway, man. He came in lean and ripped. Mike took real good care of himself, man, when he was in his prime. Took real good care. And, the heavyweights, man, they get a lot of respect because Mike fought a lot of guys, man, that always outweighed him. And Mike was knocking these dudes out, man. I never forget, man, I'll never forget, I watched Mike Tyson fight Reggie Gross, man. I watched that fight. And, it looked like Reggie Gross, man, was catching Mike with a couple of shots. And, he was kind of getting some good shots off on Mike. And I said, okay, this cool. And I turned, man, to go grab something to drink. And I came back. Reggie Gross had got knocked down for the first time. I said, wait a minute, man. When that happened, And, my dad was like, see, you can't blink, boy. You can't blink with Mike Tyson on the screen. You can't blink. And so, Reggie Gross got back up, man. And, man, next thing you know, Mike Tyson, about knocked Reggie Gross' head off, man. I never forget that fight. See, we got a lot of dudes today in boxing, man. They crying about fighting 2 times a year. They're crying about fighting twice a year. Mike Tyson back in 1985, Mike Tyson fought damn near 15, 16 times in 1 year. But now I understand that too because, he was beating dudes, and he wasn't taking no damage. He was knocking people out in one round, man. Like, these guys couldn't even get a punch off. Mike Tyson throw one punch, he knocking these dudes out, man. They gone. So Mike Tyson didn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body early in his career. He didn't. But I mean, man, that Reggie Gross fight, man. And then, man, I watched him fight Marvis Frazier. Now, I never forget, he fought Marvis Frazier, man, and God, dog. Y'all see what he did to Marvis Frazier? He hit Marvis Frazier ass so hard, Marvis Frazier slumped down. Marvis Frazier was knocked out on his knees. I'm talking about knocked out. He was on his knees and he was knocked out. And I'm saying, how on God's green earth do you become knocked out and you on your knees asleep? Marvis was out. I'm talking about he put him to sleep. But he hit him, man. He hit Marvis Frazier so hard, man. I thought he broke Marvis Frazier's jaw, man. I'm talking about Marvis Frazier was out. He was out cold. But see, he was knocking these dudes out, man. And y'all remember that fight he had with Mitch Blood Green? Mitch Blood went the distance, man, but, man, they really should have stopped that fight, man. Mike Tyson beat the living piss out of Mitch Blood Green. Then he beat him up again in a nightclub, man. That was funny. But you know what? Mike Tyson was a really polarizing character, man. He was polarizing. And see, Mike Tyson could sell a fight. Don King could sell a fight because Mike Tyson was crazy, man. And he would do some of those crazy things at press conferences, man. But see, Mike could always sell a fight. And Mike wasn't afraid to fight anybody. He wasn't afraid. I don't care what, you think. And, yeah, he bit Evander Holyfield ear. I'll never forget that. Because Evander Holyfield, I thought, was getting the best of him. I was like, man, I wonder when Mike going to just settle down and start really doing to Evander Holyfield, what he was doing to some of these other guys he fought in the past. But, it's levels to this, man. It's levels to this. And some of those guys he was fighting, they were good fighters. I mean, he fought a lot of guys, with a lot of wins. But those guys wasn't no Evander Holyfield, and they definitely wasn't no James Buster Douglas. They wasn't those guys, man. But I also think, too, man, I think Mike Tyson could have been one of the most dominating heavyweights in history. I think he could have, had he have stuck with Teddy Atlas and guys like Kevin Rooney. I think Kevin Rooney was good for Mike, man. I think he was. Despite what a lot of people said about Kevin Rooney, I think Kevin Rooney was good for Mike Tyson because they didn't take a lot of his BS, man. They didn't take nothing off Mike, man. They didn't take nothing. They wasn't scared of Mike either, man. They let Mike know what they thought, man. And they was honest with him. See, when Don King was really robbing Mike Tyson blind and Kevin Rooney came to him and told him, hey, man, my check wasn't nothing but for $200,000. Wasn't you supposed to be making $8 million? And it's kind of crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But, yeah. But that's when I started really seeing the downhill decline of Mike Tyson when he got rid of Kevin Rooney. That's when I saw it. And I noticed the change, man. It just seemed like he wasn't as disciplined. It just wasn't, man. But, Tyson had this blazing hand speed. Mike didn't even have to throw a lot of jabs. Drop my keys. He didn't have to throw a lot of jabs, man. He didn't, because his hand speed was so fast, and Mike could duck up under a jab. He could duck up under your straight right, get in on the inside, and catch you with that left hook, man. That left hook he had was brutal. It was dangerous, man. And Mike used to catch guys. He'd duck up under that jab, get in the inside, and then he'd throw that left hook, man. Beautiful left hook. And he did it with power and aggression and speed. Mike was fast, man. Mike Tyson was fast. Like, I didn't really realize, we were talking, man, and my boy was like, yeah, Mike was catching dudes. But these dudes, they never saw these knockouts coming. They ain't see him coming. They didn't. Even when he lost to James Buster Douglas, all of a sudden Mike Tyson exploded, man. He exploded, and then, James Buster Douglas on the canvas. Now, I still got my disagreements on that fight. I actually think Mike Tyson won that fight. I think the referee counted him out too slow. I think he gave James Buster Douglas a lot of time to get up, because I think Mike Tyson had him out. Buster was out. But, they let Buster get up, and, yeah, man, please. But, I was kind of a little upset about that fight, man. But Mike got distracted, man. It's just, dang, man. And, women, that was Mike Achilles' heel, man. Who dumb idea was it to send Mike to a Miss America pageant? I mean, come on, man. They know this dude was in love with the PG-13 channel. Who idea was that? Like, somebody, come educate me, because I want to know who bright idea was it to send this dude to a Miss American pageant. How you going to explain this? How are they going to explain this? And then, when all that stuff happened with Evander Holyfield, then, he got with this dude, what was his name? John Horn. Y'all remember that clown John Horn who called Evander Holyfield a bitch? Y'all remember that clown? Yeah, man. Mike Tyson was with some old shady, grimy old dudes, man. And that's why, man, his career, man, it's almost like when you think of Mike Tyson, you think of, man, wasted potential. That's what I think. Huge fan, though, man. You go back and look at some of his first fights, man. Back from, look at some of his fights back from 85, 86, and 87, man. Now, shooting at 85, Mike Tyson fought down there 16 times, man. 15 or 16 times. 86, man, Mike Tyson fought about 12, 13 times. I mean, dude, I know but he wasn't taking a lot of damage, so it was okay. But, God, you got dudes crying, man, about fighting twice a year. You got dudes worrying about 5 pounds. You got one dude that don't want to go down 5 pounds. You got one dude that don't want to go up 5 pounds. Like, it's crazy. But heavyweights like Mike Tyson, dude, they couldn't worry about no weight. They fought big dudes all the time. Man, you know what? Some of me just wish, man, boxing could just go back to that, man. Even the press conferences are just starting to get, like, just lame, man. Because ain't nobody trash talking. Mike Tyson got in your face. He talked about your mama. He talked about your daddy. He threw stuff at you. Man, look, man, Mike Tyson sold a fight. He sold them fights, man. These guys today, man, they just want to be too darn cordial. They want to shake hands, and they want to just, come on, man. I want to see some action at these darn press conferences. I want to go back to what boxing used to be, man. I mean, even, I got some old footage of Roger Mayweather and Pernell Whitaker, man. Now, that was funny. That was funny, man. Roger Mayweather came over there talking junk to Pernell Whitaker, and Pernell Whitaker turned around and punched him. And it was funny, man. It was funny, but, that's how these guys, man, they got down back then, man. They got down. I actually, man, when I see the old footage of Mike Tyson when he was getting beat up, it makes me sick, man. Like, I really didn't want to see it, because I look at that as that's a potential wasted, man. It really is. And I just think Kevin Rooney was good for the dude's career, man. I think Kevin Rooney broke things down to Mike Tyson to where Mike Tyson got it. Kevin Rooney wasn't complex, man. He wasn't complex at all. Kevin Rooney had a really basic system, but it was effective. It was very, very effective. And Mike Tyson really gravitated, and he excelled in that system. And there was more discipline with Kevin Rooney. These other trainers he had, man, guys wasn't disciplined. I don't think they were very disciplined. And y'all notice, man, Mike Tyson kind of went down when he got rid of Kevin Rooney. But, you guys tell me what y'all think about Mike, man. He had some legendary fights. He had some fights, man. And then, y'all remember when he knocked out Pinkland Thomas? God, dog. Pinkland Thomas went across the dang on ring, man. Shoot, man. I saw him when he fought Pinkland Thomas, Trevor Burbick, man, Bruce Sheldon. That's the night Tupac died when he beat up Bruce Sheldon. But, anyway. You guys tell me what you think about Mike Tyson. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe. I'm done.